Hi Capricorn, welcome to your August 2023 Astro-Tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign, though if you're only going to watch one, I do advise that you make it your ascendant sign because they're likely to be the most accurate. With that said, I use whole sign tropical Western astrology, just for those of you that want to know. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves ya. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to pop these to the side. Those will be for your moons. So the first transit that we are going to look at for you over the course of August, we have on the 2nd of August, Mars is going to trine Jupiter. This is a beautiful energy. It's a powerful energy at that. And for you, this is happening across your 9th and your 5th houses. So Mars in the 9th is, I actually really love the Mars in the 9th transit. I really enjoyed this, especially when Mars went retrograde in my 9th house. I found a much greater sense and depth of belief, and because Mars is connecting with Jupiter, the planet of belief, this can really help you tap into your own, not just spiritual beliefs, but it can help you really tap into your own belief systems and channel that belief into creating something really beautiful or wonderful for yourself. So it's literally like, I will fight for what I believe in, and I'm passionate about what I love, what I enjoy, and what feels like it's worth my attention and my energy right now. And this for you, I think, is great. You guys naturally have a powerful dedication energy, like you're always very committed to what you do. And I think this brings a lightness to that energy, but it also gives you something to focus on. So I actually think this is great. It's powerful because it gives you a chance to raise your profile through books, publishing, anything to do with that, a YouTube channel if you've got one. It gives you the ability to find a broader reach or reach a larger audience. I mean, this could actually, like, this could literally be like a viral moment for a lot of you as well. If you do anything to do with YouTube, podcasting, etc., social media, this would be a really good time to utilize the power of such things. It does, however, suggest that you could overdo something here, right? Because Mars is like all in, all action all the time, and Jupiter is like, yes, bigger. Big is not enough. We need huge, right? Jupiter is like that lofty kind of big Jupiterian energy. So, you know, for a select few of you, because it's the 5th house is involved as well, this could be like pleasure at all costs. How did that work out for a lot of you last month? I know, you know, you guys have been kind of doing this teenager off the rails kind of thing, which I'm totally here for. I'm just intrigued to see like how it's been playing out for a lot of you on the ground, really. So just watch out for that. It does also suggest, so jokes aside, this is potentially new, for some of you this could be new children, maybe breaking an idea that is for children. So if you're writing like a children's book or, you know, creating something along those lines and into the world, this will be effectively like something that does really well straight away. Now it becomes this transit becomes exact on the 5th, on the 2nd, but it will be active from about 4 to 5 days previous. All right, so you've got a nice run to get into this, to feel it out there. So for this, you've got the 4 of Pentacles, you have the 6 of Cups, okay, and you've got the Queen of Cups. If you have siblings, or, you know, a sister from another mister, you know, brother from another mother, if you've got people like that in your world, connect with them around this time, because you could have an absolute blast. You could have a lot of fun. It could be a really creative time as well, and you could come out of this with something that actually stands the test of time or ends up being quite lucrative for you. Don't approach it like a transaction. Approach it more from a sense of, you know what, let's just get together, have fun, have a laugh, and see where the conversation or the mood or the energy takes us. The other thing as well, with that Queen of Cups, this could, for some of you, this could be a connection to a water sign woman, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that really helps you get back into your own groove in some way, shape or form. I love this. It's a wonderful aspect. It's across some really nice houses, and I think it's going to help you solidify your own personal beliefs. And for some of you, maybe you start to reconnect to a belief system or pattern that you had from the past. So I really like that. I think this could be nice for you guys. Now, on the 8th of August, same houses across the 9th and the 5th, only this time, Mercury and Mars are coming into a conjunction for you in that 9th house. Now, this is important because Mercury rules your 9th house anyway, and it's exalted in that 9th house. So this could be really great ideas that are coming to you very powerfully. And with that Mars conjunction, it's like you're having the idea, but you're putting it into action almost immediately. Those planets are going to trine Jupiter and Uranus, which are over there in your 5th house. And the beauty of this for you as well, all of these energies are trining your sun, moon, or ascendant, whichever one of these you're watching for. So this is like a really powerful energy for you guys. And as if that wasn't enough, the moon, which is in Taurus now, is exalted in Taurus, is sandwiched between Uranus and Jupiter. So something is being amplified here in your 5th house. And this is wonderful because it's going to have very real world realizations or implications for a lot of you. Now, the same houses, as I said, are being activated, but this means that you're bringing an idea to fruition. And it might be that something of like a money-making endeavor with or through a partner gets to see the light of day, or it becomes prominent. It starts to actually work on the ground. I love this for a change in fortunes when it comes to money. The moon as the ruler of your 7th house means that it comes through a partner, and that could be like a collaborator. It could be personal, professional, or platonic, maybe all of the above. Pay attention to the things and people that are returning to your world at this time, especially because of that Mercury retrograde, right? So it's like you're revisiting something, or you're getting a second glance at something. For this, you have the Page of Pentacles, so a business idea or endeavor, with the Strength card that is creative in nature. And you've got the Holly King, so this is the Hermit card in this deck. So this is something that you will work on behind the scenes. It's not seeing the light of day immediately. This is something that you have to put like an upfront sort of time investment in. But once you've done that initially, whatever it is that you set into motion or push out into the world now, it will succeed. All right. I love this for you. Love, love, love this for you. Now, on the 24th, we have a Mutable T-square that's being set up. Now, for you, this is happening across your 3rd and 9th house axis, and it's also being anchored by your 12th house, right? So this is pretty powerful stuff. A square in general in astrology is an energy that makes you uncomfortable enough to make a change, right? This is a mutable energy, which means there's a lot of change in the air anyway because of the way that this energy is reaching us all. The same day as this, Mercury goes retrograde in your 9th house, and is part of this. Well, I mean, it's there in the 9th house, but it's interesting that the Mercury retrograde happens the same day as this T-square. And the reason being is the Sun is in Virgo, Saturn's in Pisces, so you are Saturn, you are in Pisces at the moment, and then the moon is in the sign of Sagittarius, which is your 12th house. It may be that things that like don't happen directly to you, but they happen around you, right? So maybe your plans, or potentially with siblings or even grandparents, things are happening to them or for them in their world. And for those reasons, because you're familial tied to them, it's like you see it and you feel it and you experience it, but it's not happening directly to you. Excuse me. So this provides you with a potent energy of change, but it potentially causes issues, and maybe in some really pivotal ways for some of you. So the moon in your 12th is showing you that your needs, at this time are actually spiritual. And so therefore the answers to navigate these challenges at the time are also spiritual. The Sun in your 9th house is you wanting to put your focus on travel, freedom plans, things like visas, overseas or international connections, all of those things being highlighted for you. And then the reality check from that Saturn in the third house is asking you to stay grounded, to consider your everyday experience and your local area, and also what needs to be done here in the here and now in this local area before you start reaching for those things that are further in the future or as a goal for yourself. So with this, you've got the Four of Cups, potentially a bit of discontentment about this with the Six of Wands and the World card, right? So when is a win not a win? It's not a win when you don't get to celebrate it. And that's what this transit I actually think is highlighting for you. So the Six of Wands coupled with the World tree, something that you want for your life in a bigger way or for the future is absolutely happening, but it's not happening in the time frame that you would like, the Four of Cups. So there's like a discontentment with the way or the speed at which something is happening, but it is happening, all right? So, you know, balance it out. On the 27th of August, Mars is going to enter your career sector in the 10th house. Mars is energy, action, passion, irritation, excitation. It wants what it wants when it says it wants it. Sounds familiar? Love my Capricorns, but you know, it's possible that you could end a job or career with this. And what's interesting as well is Mars is coming into its full here. So it is sort of very far from home. Be mindful that it's not a knee-jerk reaction and more of a strategic move, right? The thing is, Mars is a soldier. Mars is a chess player, right? So if you plan it right and you're strategic, you can get really good results out of this. Although it is in its fall in Libra, it doesn't necessarily express its energy very easily there. It might be harder to articulate what you need, what you desire in this space in the career at the moment. But it might also be a potent energy of consideration when it comes to your status or your legacy out in the world, which means some of you could like end a contract or a relationship of some sort, maybe even see, I'll touch wood, potentially Mars, you know, here could see the passing of a family member. One, because it's opposing the fourth house. And two, because Mars being a cutting or a severing energy and the 10th house being your status. So this could literally be like, let's say, you know, I touch wood and I really hope I'm wrong on this, but just as an example, let's say you've only got one parent left. Well, if that final parent passes, you're now, you know, not like an orphan in that regard, but you are in a sense, you know, your status changes from having parents to not having parents. I hope this isn't the case. You know, it could be that you go from, you know, having a job to not having a job. Potentially it works the other way around as well. It's just, you know, I want to be honest about what it can and possibly, you know, may show up as. For this, you've got the High Priestess, Hidden Things Revealed, with the Eight of Swords. Okay. And the Temperance card. So this suggests to me a few things. One, some kind of spiritual healing is going to take place for you around this. The other thing that this suggests to me as well is a battle that somebody has been fighting very much behind the scenes that you don't know about is now going to be highlighted to you. So this could be maybe a parent or a family member comes to you and says, look, you know what, I've been fighting, you know, this illness for a set amount of time, and now I feel like it's time that I need to start telling people about this. So this is something, again, you remember what I said to you about that T-square? Whatever that is setting into motion, maybe potentially it shows up here, and this is one of the ways that it kind of hits on the ground. Okay. For your moons, the Leo new moon for you is happening in your 8th house of other people's money, finances and resources, death, taxes, sex and the taboo. And for this, you've got the gate 4 and answer. That new moon in Leo in the 8th house is, I feel like you'll be getting a piece of information at this time that you might want to ignore, and I urge you not to. All right, that's as much as I will say on that. And then on the opposite end of the scale, you have the Aquarius full moon in your 2nd house of money, finances and resources. This is highlighting to you, Capricorn, where potentially you could make more money, but it's also showing you that one of your own ideas or creations is actually your ticket to create in the kind of money, wealth, abundance, finances or immediate cash boost that you desire or require for yourself at this time. So I really like this. I actually think if you can channel it and find a way to use it, it will really, really be something very great. I think your moons are actually going to be good to you as well. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Take care, and I'll see you soon.